Hey, what's up guys? We're back with a quick video. A lot of you have been asking about the Press and Go, so today we decided to go ahead and get a few of the Press and Go products together with some really great mop fills. Some very popular ones including Marsh Ink, Garvey Ink, the Liquid Chrome, the Magic Ink products, as well as some of the Flow Pen ink. And all of these can be used for fine art, graffiti style art, you name it. You can use them for pretty much anything. But the Press and Go, on its own, it's a very versatile tool, and that's what I wanted to show you today. You can use such a wide variety of stuff in it. So what we have here is we have a brand new stock Press and Go straight from the factory. Now this one is filled with the ink from the factory, so if you've used a whiteout pen, you'll be very familiar with this. But unlike the ones that you get from Pentel, ours has a very easy to screw off filler. And this is not a cheap Chinese, this is a high quality one from Taiwan, and those of you who are into molding and plastics know there's a big difference. These are very, very nice products. So I have this available, so we're going to go ahead and use this in the video, but I also wanted to check out some of these other great products as well. So we have a red Press and Go, a teal Press and Go, and the two blue ones that are also available in empty. These are all available empty on our site, ready to be filled with your favorite ink formula. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and go through some of the fillers and get these products filled for you. The first one's going to be Marsh. This is by far one of my favorite mop inks. If you've ever been in the graffiti world, you know this name is synonymous with permanence, drippiness, aggressive graffiti styles. I mean, you name it. Marsh and Garvey, Garsh. It's a match made in heaven, basically. So we're going to go ahead and mix these two into the red Press and Go. I have a teal Press and Go right here, and we have some Liquid Chrome. So we're going to go ahead and fill this guy with the Liquid Chrome. And then we have the Press and Goes in the blue, which we're going to use the white Magic Ink with also the blue Magic Ink and the red Flow Pen ink as well. So we're going to go ahead and get these filled up and see how they all compare to each other. Alright, great. So now we're going to go ahead and get started with this Press and Go marker. Remember, these are easy to fill. Just go ahead and unscrew that. And if my memory serves me right, that is a clockwise unscrew. So not lefty-loosey. It's righty-loosey on this one. And that's with all this, by the way. So we'll go ahead and take our Marsh. Make sure it's well shaken, guys. The Marsh Black definitely needs to be agitated. Not nearly to the level that the white does. If you have the white, I love saying that. If you have the white Marsh ink, be sure to shake it extremely well. In fact, shaking it alone might not be enough. So if it seems a little watery, you might have to poke a hole in it or use a stir stick or something to really get that stuff at the bottom. I've noticed that with the white Marsh. The black, not so much. So go ahead and get it filled. This is something you want to do in a safe area, obviously, because the Marsh does smell a little bit. Also, it does stain. So I imagine you definitely don't want to be doing this over your mom's brand new carpet. You've never heard such dread as a 12-year-old kid trying to figure out how to get Marsh out of his carpet. You know what? I was there too, guys. I was there too. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy screwed on. So remember, we have some Marsh ink and we have some Garvey mixed in with that for extra staining ability. So that's going to be a lot of fun. All right, before we get going, I just wanted to mention something about nib size. This is a 1.5 millimeter nib. Seeing it here in comparison to this beautiful Sacagawea dollar, you can see quite clearly that it's very, very fine pointed. What's really great about this is it makes it excellent for not only graffiti, but you can put lubricants, glues, or anything that you need to do to make a pinpoint application of your product. Again, we have customers of all stripes and all types, so I just want to make sure and let everybody know that this is a very, very versatile tool. So let me go ahead and put this down, and let's get to the filling, guys. Now remember, guys, the Liquid Chrome has a lot of heavy metal particles in it, so it's very important to make sure that it's thoroughly agitated before you put it in. And I know I kind of go over this in a lot of videos to go ahead and shake your stuff, but it's important. If you want the product to work as intended, you have to make sure that mixture is thoroughly agitated. Alright, so let's go ahead and take the cap off this. We'll go ahead and fill in some of that Liquid Chrome in there. There we go. A little shot of Liquid Chrome for you guys. It's gonna be like a $10 mop. But you know what? We're doing it because we can. And you know you want to do it too. So we'll go ahead and get this bad boy filled up. We have some white magic ink, which you guys love very much. I know we've covered it in other videos, and lordy lordy. What else is there to say other than it's gorgeous? I mean, come on. Alright, so let's go ahead and fill this bad boy up. Unfortunately, the hole in this is probably a little too small for this magic ink thing, so I gotta take a little bit more time filling this. Oh, there we go. We're back at a second stage. We had to take a quick little break to fill these, and as you see, I made quite a mess, which is not uncommon when I fill mops, but and you will too. It's completely normal. Consider it part of the aesthetic. But let's go ahead and get this filled up. Alright, so I got 2 dye inks and I'm going to add to this. I have the OTR Flow Pen ink, and I also have the Magic ink in the blue. Now this is an oil-based dye ink, and this is a alcohol-based ink. This is going to be interesting mixing these two because they're from the same family, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This, I expect it to probably do what you expect, because it's just alcohol-based, but we might make a killer combo with this right here. So let's go ahead and fill this in. Alright, we probably got enough blue in there. You know, really it's just a dab will do you. That's pretty much all you need. Go ahead and get that capped. Get that out of the way. As you can see, this is why I wear gloves. Now, to pour directly from the flow pen into here would be pretty catastrophic. Okay, we do love making messes, but that might be a little bit on the crazy side, and that's why I got this. We have these on the website, by the way, and this is just a nice little glass bottle with a pipette inside, so you can dose out your deadly poison, your poison of the street. So let's go ahead and dose this bad boy up with some flow pen ink, and this one I'm going to add a little bit extra dye to it. The other one just had a few drops. I'm going to make this one extra dye. So what I'm thinking is it'll be really, really runny. You know, we just want to try out a few different things. You know, when you're filling these mops, there's no science to it. You just need to find out what works for you. You know, some people like a really runny thing. Some people like a very opaque clean. You know, you're your own grandpa. You do you. In the meantime, I'm going to do me and catch some tags. So let's take this mess, this beautiful mess I've created, outside to the dumpster, which I've pre-buffed, and we can see how all these beautiful markers work with each other. So now we're outside, we got all our filled mops, and we're ready to go ahead and give them a shot. Now, before I get started, I wanted to give a shout out to a young cat on YouTube. He said his homie had just passed away, and he wanted a little memorial for him in one of our videos. So me, you know, I love giving love back to the homie, so I'm going to go ahead and hit him up. He wrote Bans. That's B-A-N-S. And according to his friends, he was a very prolific sticker tagger and street bomber. And, you know, they just miss him. He was 20 years old. Way too young. Way, way, way too young. So we're going to give him a great little memorial. Let's do it, guys. They said that he really loved tagging, so I hope I do his name justice. Now remember, this is with the Garvey and the Marsh ink. And as you see, it makes a perfect little thing, and it's pretty clean. You don't have to squeeze it too much. But hey, Bands, let me do your name in a different way. This is with the backwards style. I like that. Oh yeah. Bands, you had really dope letters, bro. B-A-N-S. It writes out very nicely. And as you guys know, I like the B's. Let me try a more funky B though. Oh yeah, that's sick. Wonderful, wonderful. Now we're having a lot of fun with this black one, aren't we? Let's try out a different color. Now we had these other two, right? This was the blue and this one's the red. Let's go with that. All right, a quick little shake. And remember, this blue just had a little skosh of the dye in there. Remember that? Just a little skosh of the dye. Oh, look at that beautiful shade of baby blue. Oh yeah. That is filthy. Oh, gorgeous. Yo, Bands, I hope you like that one, brother. This is magic ink filled up to about right here, and then maybe like 3 or 4 drops, maybe 5 drops of that blue. And look at that shade of blue. I mean, compared to that, oh man, that's like that azure blue I was talking about, right? Let's do like a downwards tag. gorgeous drips too. Yo, Bands, I think you'd be super into this. If you were a prolific street tagger, which I'm sure you were, sounds like you were, you would love this marker. I know you would. Let's go ahead and mess around with these other colors here, because remember, we have the red with a little bit of that OTR Flow Pen ink in it. Let's find ourselves a nice clean spot to get started. And remember, we added a lot more dye to this one. All right, Bands, I'm gonna do it. Whoa! Oh my God, that's nuts. That almost looks orange, right? Holy crap, that's beautiful. All right, brother, I want to give you a little drippy halo. Little drippy halo in heaven, Bands. Oh my God. Bands, I'm having a lot of fun with your name. I hope you don't mind, but I'd really like to do a piece of it sometime. Oh my God, that's sick. All right, dope. We had a lot of fun with the dark colors on a light surface, but you know, sometimes you got to deal with dark surfaces. Sometimes you want the dark. Sometimes you need to embrace the dark, you know? So we got this side buffed out here, and Inky, you're just like doing laps around the dumpster, aren't you? She's a patrol dog, man. It's in her blood. But so what we're gonna do is start out with the stock Press and Go. Now this is the one that you can get directly from us that's pre-filled with the whiteout ink. So if you've used a whiteout marker like the Pentel, you'd be very familiar with it. It's just like a Pentel. The only difference is it's shorter and it has an easy to refill screw off top. So when you're done, you can fill it up with your favorite ink and keep using it. Now, a couple people have been asking about these nibs, because I know with like the metal tips, sometimes they clog up, and this goes with all of them, the Crink one, this one, the Pentel. You should be able to clean the tip with some acetone. So if you're ever running some trouble, these ones you can easily just pop off and dip into some acetone. The Pentel ones are tougher, but what you could do is maybe just try actuating the nib in a little pool of acetone. That might help. I haven't tried it with those yet because I just use these usually. But give that a shot if you have any issues. But let's go ahead and get writing. Hitting up the homie Bands. Now this is again, this is a stock whiteout pen fluid. So if you prefer a nice clean, less than drippy tag, this will be a good choice from you. Now you can always go ahead and give it a little extra squeeze, and it should drip a bit more, but not much really. I mean, this is a really thick formula, as you see. I gave it a pretty healthy squeeze and didn't really do a whole lot. But like I said, it's very durable, great for outdoors. You know, a good stock ink. If you want to get more drips, highly recommend adding a little bit of dye to this like we did with the other colors, and you will make this a drip-tastic graffiti toy. I kind of like that forward-leaning one we did earlier, right? Just like clean and simple. My dude Bands. Rest in power. Oh, and I just barely ran out of ink. Right there. Isn't that amazing? It was almost like it was meant to be. It was like it was meant to be, guys. All right. This is the grand finale. We got here the liquid chrome, the Molotow liquid chrome. Let's see how it rocks. Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't even hold it. Oh my God, this is so amazing. Oh, that's so filthy. Are you kidding me? Oh, nope, got stuck on something there. That's okay. Oh my God, that's sick. Oh my God, that's so cool. All right, let's do one more. Oh my God, you can just see the silver particles just coming off of this. It's fantastic. Oh Man, this is so beautiful. Sometimes the nib might get a little bit stuck on something. I've noticed that it will drag sometimes, and that's pretty normal for these nibs. Also, the paint on this is still a little bit on the sticky side, so you definitely want to be hitting up on stuff that's, you know, thoroughly dry, of course. Although you can rock it on a... Let's wait for this plane to pass. Now, generally, I would say you probably want to keep this on a dry surface because, you know, it can get affected, but nevertheless, the nib does do pretty good on pretty much any surface, really. Please buy it. What was that Jeb Bush meme? Please clap. Please clap. Please buy it. All right, so it looks like I've picked up a little bit of the paint on the nib on this, and I think that's what people talk about when they say they have problems with these. I can already see it right now. So why don't I actually go inside and actuate this with a little bit of acetone, because I think that is what we should do. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back, guys. I just got a little bit of acetone on here, and I think what happened is I painted this with spray paint. Of course, I just wiped. I painted this with spray paint, and the black is still a little bit wet. So I think what's happening is it's just scratching off that black paint and picking it up. So that's not really fair to this marker. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off. We'll start with the fresh nib. All right, let's try that again, guys. Oh yeah, much better. Oh yeah. Check out that reflection, guys. Can you believe how amazing that looks? Have you ever seen a tag on the street that chrome and shiny? You never have. Now, this is our first time using it in this marker. It's I did have a little bit of trouble with the nib, but like I said, I think the issue is just a technical difficulty. This black paint is still a little bit sticky, but if you were using this on another surface, I don't think you should have any troubles with it, because when you want that effect, you're not going to find that anywhere. You're not going to find any other product that's going to do that. So if you're a fine artist, think about the potentials as a fine artist for this. I know we're just doing simple, degenerate graffiti tags, but think about that. If you're a fine artist, think of all the things you can do with this. Fantastic tool. Just really, really fantastic. All right, guys, that was a lot of fun. We got to try out some great new products, some old products as well. But as you see, we made a bit of a mess, but that's how graffiti is, man. Graffiti is messy. It's always gonna be a messy affair, especially when you're dealing with mops and squeezers and all that goodness. But, you know, as you can see, they're all pretty messy, so it's gonna be hard to differentiate, but I think I remember them. The blue, this was the Magic ink with the white, and this was such a great combo. It made just a beautiful light baby blue, which I think will rock hard. And remember, this is the oil-based stuff. It will be very, very permanent. Also, it stains. Now, the next one up will be the On the Run Flow Pen ink mixed with the white Magic ink. And again, that was a great combo. It almost looked orange to me, which was really weird, but it might have been my sunglasses. So if it looks different in the video, don't worry about that, but also very nice. Now this is the alcohol-based dye, and it's also very permanent, and it stains as well. Not nearly as gnarly as what's in the Magic ink, but nevertheless, still very great stuff. And of course, the old stalwart, we had the Marsh ink mixed with the Garvey, also known as Gravy. A great combination there. And as you all know, we've done videos in the past. This is one of my favorite combinations. If you're on a budget and you want the pay the less per ounce, highly recommend getting some Marsh ink. Maybe some On the Run dye if you don't want to get the Garvey. Great combination for you guys. Up next is the stock Press and Go filled with the stock correction fluid. Again, this is a very permanent paint. Nevertheless, people like to freak their stuff. So, you know, if it were me, I'd maybe use it a little bit, then add a little bit of dye to it, and then you got something a lot better. But, you know, they are fully refillable and great to use. Definitely a lot of fun. And last but not least is the Liquid Chrome. Liquid Chrome, come home Liquid Chrome. Guys, I have never seen a product like this ever. And I know I've said that before about this, but I just never have. I've never seen a mop tag or a squeezer tag or anything that looks so bright and shiny. I did run into some problems with the nib on this particular one, and it was only this one that I had the issue with. And I think what happened is I was picking up some of the still slightly wet paint that was on the surface of that dumpster, because it had a little bit of black around the nib, which was clearly this was chrome. So I went ahead and cleaned it with a little bit of acetone, and I know Sarah's probably watching this right now like, hey Dan, it's alcohol based. I know it is, just trust me on this. It works. This Press and Go is a fantastic marker, but I did have a little bit of issues, and I want to be fully honest on my disclosures on this, because if you run out in the streets and you run into that issue, I don't want you to think that it's broken or something. It's not broken. I just picked up something on the nib. We went ahead and cleaned it out and got it back going, and as you saw, we did some more tags with it, and it ran just beautifully. Again, guys, this is a craft and it's an art, and I always want you guys to try different stuff, and it's not going to get any more different than this, I'll tell you that. You're not going to find anything more different than this. But definitely keep some alcohol on deck. Just in case if you got to clean up your stuff. I mean, any artist should carry alcohol, acetone, and a few other those nice little solvents to clean their stuff. But and also you can use it to clean it out when it's done. But it's just a fantastic product. Alright guys, so that's the basic rundown. We just wanted to do a quick video to show you these with the different types of ink, and as you can see, pretty cool. So thank you again, guys. And again, this is Art Primo, artprimo.com, your #1 source for all things graffiti, art, fine art, anything, anybody who wants to freak their style, call me, because I will freak your style. And that's Green Ranger, signing out. Peace.